Remember that song Times They Are A-Changing by Bob Dylan? Well, something similar is happening in the world of global finance as we speak. Dollar is the international reserve currency going forward? It's a question mark now and not an affirmation. And we will tell you how this dynamic of global finance might change soon. Hello, my name is Abhinav Trivedi and you're watching Mint Explains. Let's start with little history, ladies and gentlemen. In 1944, almost at the end of Second World War, United States emerged as the strongest power, and it was decided that the US dollar would be the international currency and will be backed by gold. But in 1971, Richard Nixon, then US President, delinked dollar with gold, and dollar eventually stayed international currency without any formal backing, but just a belief in the US economy. You heard that right. Then came 1974's oil embargo, when oil-producing nations, primarily Arab nations, decided to halt supply of oil to US and its allies to protest their support against United States backing of Israel in the Israel-Egypt war. The embargo, of course, was led by Saudi Arabia. It ended after a few months, but United States struck something invaluable. In exchange for military and other aid, it was decided that Saudi Arabia and eventually all OPEC would sell oil to other countries in dollars. And this was the birth of Petro Dollar. This again gave United States and its currency, the dollar, uncontested power over global finance and geopolitics. But the last 2.5 decades have changed many things. Rising US debt ceiling, constant quantitative easing, which means printing more and more US dollars to keep the economy afloat. Rise of China, innumerable US wars, which has only boosted US debt and made its rich richer. Recent wars, especially Russia-Ukraine, has changed the course. And how? Globally, the mistrust against the US and its dollar has gained recently, especially in light of Washington's overbearing use of economic sanctions and strangling countries out of global financial system called SWIFT. Of lately, there are very strong murmurs of Saudi Arabia ending the petrodollar deal after 50 years and not renewing it from 2024. Now, if that happens, OPEC countries can export oil in other currencies like yuan, dirhams, yen, and even rupee. Globally too, there are voices of diminishing trust in US dollar supremacy and its status as international currency. A large part of it is backed by crypto investors and China, of course. Now, the BRICS group also, as a whole, has stated an objective, which is to increase trade in local currencies. India, the world's third biggest oil importer and consumer, has become the biggest buyer of Russian crude since 2022, paying for Russian crude in rupees, dirhams, and yuan. Now, as the BRICS group consolidates and new financial infrastructure and trade networks collide, the non-dollar oil trade will only grow. In January last year, Saudi Arabia openly stated that it was willing to sell oil in currencies other than the dollar. This had been a source of speculation for years. In November last year as well, the kingdom sealed a currency swap deal with China to do business in local currencies. Although it cannot happen immediately in the near future, but if petrodollar deal ends officially, there will be global financial and geopolitical changes which will impact every individual on this planet. New international reserve currency, or time to do trade in local currencies between the nations, new trade rules and whatnot. Although there is no official confirmation yet, but this would be an interesting space to watch, ladies and gentlemen, and we at Mint shall keep you posted. Share this video, subscribe our channel, and we shall see you soon. Shabba khair.